Hi, Brother Kim.
Well, hello there.
Thank you so much for helping with my project.
It's all right with me.
Could you say a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm an old man waiting on the Lord.
I loved your comment today about just missing the 25-year-old cutoff. I totally relate to that. But did you know that NASA's planning to send astronauts back to the moon?
What I think about it?
Oh, what did you know about it?
Oh, I don't know a whole lot about it other than I watched the first one, and then I just listened to them on the news but that's fine.
What was it like watching the first one?
Well, it was kind of hard to watch, but because I just come in from near Corpus Christi,
Okay.
living out in the country. I didn't have a television. I rented one on the way,
Oh, you rented a television.
so me and my kids could watch it. My wife too, but I wanted the kids to be sure and see it because of school.
Wow.
And
How old were your kids?
they were in school then. Youngest one was a baby,
Wow.
but he's 50-something years, almost 60. And we watched it, sat up and watched it. But these others, when it comes on, I don't even watch television anymore. I use my phone. And my wife passed away, and my kids are all grown, got their own families, so I'm out there by myself, and I watch stuff on my phone. And because out there you almost have to have a dish to pick up anything,
That's true.
and then sometimes it don't come in and get interrupted. But anyway, I've managed to get by till I'm 89 years old, so I guess.
But that first time that we went to the moon back in 1969, and you rented the TV, what was the significance of that event? How were you thinking of it at the time?
Well, the thing of it was, they announced that it was going to, the moon landing. They'd gone to the moon and just heard when there's landing, so that's what I wanted to see, if they really landed. And so then, of course, the next time, not the next time, but when that school teacher went,
Right. Krista McAuliffe.
I watched that one, and that was,
January of 1986, I think.
I think so. Was it then? 1986? 96, was it?
86.
86.
Yeah. And luckily, the 1990s, other than
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was thinking where I was when they found some of the pieces.
for the 2003 Columbia accident.
Yeah. When I had just remarried in 2002, and my wife and I watched it. But I got saved back in '56, so I've been saved for 65 years. And I got called to preach in '59. Went off to college, pastored, I think 4 or 5 churches since then. But that's about all there is to say about me. God's been good to me. My second wife passed away in 2011. My daughter passed away in 2014. I've still got 2 boys and their families. One of them's a preacher. So God's been good to me.
It's really amazing. You look to me to be in excellent health. I mean, like, I would have thought you were in your 60s.
Thank you. No, I'll be 90 years old in November this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. If he lets me live that long. Teacher asked this morning in class, was ready to go to heaven. Not unless he's ready for me. I'm ready when he is. I don't think I'm going to go before then, so ain't no point in worrying about it.
It's true. I bet.
Yeah, quit lifting up that skirt.
When you think about the future of humanity, say like 200 years out, what does it look like to you?
200 years out? Well, I'll tell you, 200 years out, we'll be in heaven, and this world will be fighting and going through the tribulation period, or else God's already brought a new heaven and a new earth. I don't think this world's going to last much longer. I don't think it'll last 200 years from now.
What are the biggest threats that you see to the world? Like, how do you...
Leaving God out, getting away from God. This country was founded, and God was the God of this world. If you look at our Constitution, Declaration of Independence, and it starts off, all men created equal. We didn't just happen. Of course, some people think they come from monkeys. They know their relatives better than I do, but still, I think God created man, put him on the earth to replenish. I think that we've cut God out, took him out of our schools, took him out of our homes, took him out of a lot of our churches. It ain't gonna last much longer. He's the one that's holding it together. When the Holy Spirit's gone, this world's gonna be in one big chaos.
I was thinking, back to the Pilgrims, like you kind of alluded to the founding of the country. A group of people who wanted to worship God in their own way and have a sense of community, and they were being persecuted in Europe. They came over here to set up their own community. I've been thinking about what would motivate people to actually go beyond the earth. And one thought that I wanted to run by you, was maybe a group of people who wanted to kind of be able to do something similar to what the Pilgrims did. And that's almost impossible to do on earth with how...
You can't do that no more. That's just like the day of Pentecost. It happened once, it didn't happen again.
Like the Pilgrims going to the New World?
Pilgrims going, there's no more new world for us to go to except space. And
which is infinitely big.
the universe is. And they have discovered other universes. God created all of them. He created man for fellowship with him, and man has gone away from him. And if you read the Old Testament, you'll see where every time Israel went away from God, they got in trouble.
They got in trouble.
And if God hadn't took care of it, raised somebody up, God works through humans. And he raised up judges. Read the book of Judges, and they'd lead them off and whip the ones that was making them slaves, that had beaten them. It may have been 40 years ago, but the number 40, by the way, in the Bible is a time of testing.
40 days and 40 nights for Noah, 40 days of fasting for Jesus.
all that is, it represents testing. And usually when another country would take them over, it would be for about 40 years.
Wow. Oh, and they spent 40 years in the wilderness between
40 years in
Egypt
the
and.
wilderness. God put them over there, give them time to die off, but at the same time, it was a time of testing.
I guess 40 years is about the amount of time it takes for the new generation to, the current generation to pass on.
The
new
younger generation comes up,
comes up.
and he waited until all of them had died that was old enough to go against him. And
That must have been something else, Moses making it to the promised land. And then at that last moment, it's like, you're not going to get enter in. You have to
he had a
spend.
better deal.
Yeah.
He went on to heaven.
But that's true. But
I know what you're saying, but you know what caused that?
well,
A bunch of complaining church members. Got him to the point that he got mad.
gotta always keep her cool.
Got to keep you cool. I've had a lot of them to press my buttons a time or two, and you had to keep you cool.
Keep her cool. Or you might lose that chance to walk into the promised
Well, I
land.
won't lose that. I can't lose my salvation because God said it was eternal. But I can lose my cool and get out of fellowship with God.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be 40 years of getting back into fellowship with Him.
That's a long time.
I don't think He's using that now, but for that, individually like that. But, this country, you may be. I know one thing. If He don't come, I don't know what this country's. I mean, if He don't come within a few more years, I don't know where this country's going to be because they're cutting Him out of everything. If you bring it up and you're on government property, you can't do that. Hogwash. God's over the government.
Yeah.
He comes first. And I think we've got a bunch of sissies coming up pastoring churches now, cutting the services out when the government said no more services. That COVID mess.
That was a really difficult time. A lot of things were challenged.
Yeah, but God said, forsake not the assembling of yourselves together.
I like how some churches kind of adapted to it, having like drive-up services.
Yeah, well, we did. We still met, but we stayed in the car. And if you wanted to say amen, honk your horn.
That's really awesome.
We got over that, got back in the building. But
Well, I had one other question for you, and that is, if you could, would you take a trip to space?
nope.
Nope.
I'm gonna take a trip to space one day. I'm gonna go beyond it.
Gonna go beyond.
There's 3 heavens. I'm going to that 3rd one.
I don't know about the 3 heavens.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Well, you see the birds up there?
Okay,
That's 1.
that's 1.
You see the stars at night?
Uh-huh.
That's 2.
Okay.
You can't see the 3rd one. That's God's throne.
I haven't heard that before.
It's in the Bible.
It's in the Bible. I have to
In
check
fact,
it out.
they covered it this morning in the Sunday school.
I must have been at the beginning. I came in at the middle
Yeah, before you got here.
because I was paying attention.
He just asked the question. He just asked the question, how many heavens?
Okay.
One of the members said 3. Yeah. So then he gave scripture for each one.
Sounds
Paul
good.
said he was caught up to the 3rd heaven.
I do remember that. I didn't really register that, what are the other 2, but now I see how the
Talk
pieces
about
fit.
the fowls of the air in Genesis.
Yeah.
First one is separated the earth from firmament,
The water and the earth from the sky, I guess.
So that was the first one.
And then the one above that is
All of his
all the
creation,
space.
them stars and the moon, all of that is the second one. Beyond that is the third one.
wow.
So that's where I'm going. I'll go to through space. I won't just stop there. I'll go through it.
Go through it onto the.
Streets of gold, gates of pearl. I don't know. I do know how he's going to do it, all right, because he's God. But I mean, bringing it down to the human level, man can't do that. How you going to make a street out there paved with gold that you can see through?
That's it's difficult to imagine.
It is. You heard the joke about the fellow that was going to take a millionaire, was going to take everything with him. He had it all converted to gold. He done figured it out. He got it in a suitcase and standing at the gates. Of course, St. Peter don't really take care of the gate, but St. Peter says, "What you got in your bag?" Real proud and opened it up. He looked at it, he said, "Pavement?"
That's lovely.
So I told a doctor that one time. He was in everything for money. I told him that. I don't get it.
Yeah. It's
You
like,
will.
that's true.
First time I went to him, he told me I looked like a pastor he had at one time. Well, I knew the pastor that he mentioned. I didn't think I looked like him, but when he told me where he was and everything,
You knew which one.
I knew who he was. I said, "Well, I know him, but I don't think I look like him." So the doctor, he listened to me when I talk, except when I invite him to church.
That's something.
Yeah, he went to church there. Well, he's in the military. The church was just off of the base. The road that he was on went to the base. That the church was on went to the base. And all he had to do was get off the base and just a few blocks, and there was the church. And he went there. Well, I knew the pastor because my daughter lived right around the corner from that church.
That's cool.
But no, I'll be going beyond the space, what we know, what our spaceships are traveling. And we won't have no spaceship to go there in. Lord, come, I'll meet him in the air.
Like levitation.
I'll lose my gravitation.
Lose the gravitation and begin the levitation. Well, Brother Ken, I really appreciate your time.
Oh, that's all right.
Thank you so much.
Glad to talk about my Lord.
I'm glad to hear about it.